Okay. So before we start our installation part, so let me spend some few minutes of the how the examination part will be there, the CKA examination. So let me see. Okay, so let me guys spending some 1 or 2 minutes to talk about the CKA part. So in your Kubernetes exam, the Kubernetes exam you will say that CKA, Kubernetes Administrator, and so let me share you some kind of okay. Let's see a little about the CKA exam basics. We'll talk about that one. So in your exam, guys, in the CKA exam, so exam duration will be will be 3 hours. And the passing score, if I talking about the passing score, will be 70%. Or if you are getting higher, that will also good. Certification. And there will be, guys, 24 questions will be there. So you just need to try to attend all the questions. 24 questions will be there in your exam. And the exam you will get the free retake will be there. First retake will be free. You can see free retake. So exam will be your Ubuntu cluster. We will use Ubuntu. The cluster will be completely your Ubuntu, guys. Ubuntu machine will be there, and there will be each questions you will get the cluster. That means there will be questions for installation of cluster installation will be there. Various question kind of deployment, creating port and troubleshooting, application troubleshooting, and they will give you one question where your cluster is not able to execute. That means nobody is able to log into the cluster. Then ask you to bring up your cluster. Some little questions, too many questions will be 24 questions are there. So you don't need to worry about those questions. But believe me, guys, the questions, the 24 questions, the 50% question will be same, and some of the another 20%, 30% the questions will be new questions will come the every exam time. But you don't worry. We will help you to clear your exam in the first attempt itself. And this exam will be completely the hands-on examination. There will be no multiple choice the questions. And during an exam, you can open only one tab. That means only one tab. Your Kubernetes, the official document will be only available for your reference. You just need to follow those documentation during your examination while doing any kind of the question. So you don't need to remember anything. Even though if you are trying to the practice the exam related things, guys, You just need to follow the documentation so that you will familiar with the documents which is available on which link and where I can find the documentation. Those things you need to be familiar with. Yeah. And any questions before we start the training?
Yeah, so does it require to be on the center to write the exam?
No. So you will not anywhere you can write the Kubernetes exam. So you don't need to come to the center. But make sure, guys, whenever you're writing the Kubernetes exam, make sure you should have the proper internet bandwidth, and make sure power supply also there. During the exam, if any kind of internet issue and if any power cut during, so the examiner will not responsible, and you will not get the retake also. That will be gone. That means you will get a two chance to retake for clear your exam. The first time if you fail, you have one more chance to clear your second time. So you can also come to the center to write exams. That I am not sure, but you can write exam anywhere you can write. You don't need to come to any center.
Is it a Pearson VUE exam or is it Pearson VUE or?
This will be you will get one link, okay, and there will be one link. You will get one email after you registration in exam. So I will take one mock session. There will be 4 mock session will be there. So each mock session couple of 20 questions I will explain you, so that it will be helpful you. But you will get, guys, everything will be the practical with CLA examination, and you will get one link. And even if you have even 1 Mbps network will be there, that is fine, because you are not going to access the machine, because you are just doing access to the machine through web console. That's a me. Yeah. Don't worry, but try to finish your examination before December, before expire your date. Okay, Sunny, and you don't worry. That is our responsible to clear your examination, so you don't worry about that one. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Do you have any questions? Because before you should have some kind of questions. You have some doubt. So that is what before I start actual training. Let me give some spending time of examination. Yeah.
These 24 questions, are they all linked with each other? Like the Red Hat exams, you do the first question, then the second one is linked to the first. So you create a network and then you create storage for the nodes.
Okay, let me give you that one. So in CKA exam, there will be no related to any questions, guys. You can follow the order, whichever question order you can follow. There will be no link between each any questions. And I will tell you one thing, that's Red Hat. In the Red Hat, you should have some link. If you're not able to do one first question, you cannot do the second question. But in the CKA, it's not like that. Could be independent, is question not related to anyone. But it's not like Red Hat pattern. The questions, whichever questions I will give you, just roughly you practice those questions, crack the Red Hat examination. But this exam will be little different. CKA exam, that means you need to practice all 24 questions, all 24 chapter will be there. Each chapter questions will be different. Even the questions are coming like troubleshooting question will comes from installation part, deployment part. There are a lot of questions will come into different chapters. So you don't worry. Slowly we will go through each and every chapter related to the chapter. I will give you those questions so that it will easy to crack and just. And one thing student will say, okay, is there any lab I will get it from the practice, right? That is what, guys, I will go through that the installation part, which will be your the local laptop installation. So you don't depend anyone. You just practice on your laptop. All the questions you can solve in the laptop. Believe me guys, I have started practice everything in my own laptop. You don't need to worry, but make sure you should learn how to install, set up a Kubernetes box in your personal laptop so that everything you can do practice. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
So good to go, guys. The next chapter or next installation part. Do you have any question related to exam? So don't worry. Which question will come? Which chapter I should learn? The question percentage coming from on which chapter? You don't worry about those things. You remove those things from your mind. Be cool. Start the Kubernetes journey, and this journey will be help you guys to certify the Kubernetes program, and you will learn too many new things on this. And this is the one of the toughest exam. I have written too many exams with Red Hat, but I feel this is one of the exam which is very nicely exam, and you will fully confident once you certify the CKA. Okay. So I think Siva already posted, that is fine. So let us guys move over the installation. Okay. So what is our aim, guys? So before I start, our aim will be certified, learning the Kubernetes, and learn each and every the concept. But if you wanted to do the practice, how to start, so you have to know, can I able to install Kubernetes on my laptop? Yes, you can. Okay. There are different types of installation will be there, guys. So there is one questions will coming from in your exam. The installation questions will be there. So let us first we will start our installation part. So as I say you guys, this is the link, the official website link, which is called kubernetes.io. So if you just click on that link, documentation link, you will see here the way to start. So let's get Kubernetes documentation and the definition of the Kubernetes. You will see here, try to understand the basic Kubernetes command. You can see here the Kubernetes component, whatever we have discussed today, right? And the next will try Kubernetes. Why you have learned everything? Let us start Kubernetes. How to start? So to start the Kubernetes, guys, the first installation will be, guys, our installation will be MiniKube installation. The MiniKube installation is nothing but, guys, what we discuss the architecture of OpenShift, architecture of the Kubernetes, one master, couple of worker node, that will be not helping MiniKube, guys. MiniKube is nothing but just learning environment. This is called all-in-one installation. That means one master, one node, one machine act as a master and worker node. This is called as MiniKube installation. How to start MiniKube? I don't know how to install MiniKube. Simply, I will go through the Kubernetes documentation. So what I'll do, guys, just you click on MiniKube. Just you click on the MiniKube documentation. You will see here. The installation part, the documentation, right? So this documentation will help you to install MiniKube in your personal laptop. So before we install MiniKube installation, there is some prerequisite will be there. What are the prerequisite, guys? The first prerequisite will be you should install one of virtualization technology in your laptop. So virtualization means what? You either any kind of, for example, you just install like Oracle VirtualBox. So I have already installed Oracle VirtualBox, right? This first we need to install Oracle VirtualBox. So okay, Oracle VirtualBox first install. So first thing, guys, if you do not know how to install Oracle VirtualBox, so what is the next? So you can just click on the link where you can download the VirtualBox images. This link is an official link where you can get it. This is a different link. So I just need to search just search install Oracle. So when you click Oracle, anything could be fine, guys. Okay. So that means Hyper-V should install on your laptop any kind of virtualization, either you have a VMware, you have a VirtualBox, whatsoever. But this is one lightweight VirtualBox guys. Suppose if you do not have a 8 GB RAM or whatsoever, if you have small 4 GB RAM is there. In my laptop, I have a 4 GB RAM. So I'll go through that lightweight VirtualBox. If I just click on this the VirtualBox link, guys, this link will help you. You want to install VirtualBox on Windows machine, Linux machine, or Solaris machine, whatsoever. If I want to install Windows, just click over here. If you click right, it will just try to say download and just 100 MB. So I don't need to download. Let me pause it. So you just need to use this link, guys, to install the Oracle VirtualBox. So let me put it over here. So if you do not have any Oracle VirtualBox, guys, the sound is very slow, guys. Is it okay right now?
Now it's fine, but sometimes your voice is very low, very less.
Sorry, Rajesh, sorry. I will change the headset. So, okay. So I just share one link to install the VirtualBox. So guys, how do I install VirtualBox? This is very easy. Just after you download, just click next, finish. Right? It's anyone can install the software on Windows machine. There will not require a training, right? Just click on next, finish. So the first thing what I did, I have installed one of the VirtualBox. What is the next, guys, right now? So what I'll do right now is just pencil over here. Okay. The next thing is in your laptop. You should verify whether VirtualBox is enabled or not. That means Hyper-V is enabled or not. So if I can run here the command called system info. So this command will tell you whether Hyper-V is enabled on your machine server. So if this is not enabled, guys, you cannot install the MiniKube. That means to install MiniKube on your laptop, the two prerequisites there. First, install the Oracle VirtualBox and verify whether Hyper-V is enabled or not. This is the command to verify Hyper-V, guys. System info. So this is the software which I am using, Git based. So you can download if you do not know, or you can directly run a CMD. If you're not familiar with CMD, right? That is fine. Or I can just run over here. In the run, if I execute CMD, it will open this command line utility, guys. Here you can run system info. So instead of running over here, there is a Git command line utility will be there. From here you can do whatever you want, right? So if you wanted to download the Git based tools, you just need to search. Very simple. So I just run Git based for Windows, right? And you just click on download. So this is the link which will use to install, and you just click on Windows, it will download. So this link, if you want to use for the purpose of installing Git bash. If you want to do Git bash, you can use this link. So some important links which I am just pointing over here, which will help you for the later class. This link will help you guys to install VirtualBox. Right? Fair enough. So the first, before I start the MiniKube installation, MiniKube is nothing all-in-one installation. All-in-one installation. The first prerequisite is what? Install VirtualBox. Right? That means either anything. You can go for Oracle VirtualBox, or guys, you can go for VMware. Whichever you're comfortable, you can go. The next will be, so verify Hyper-V is enabled or not. So to verify, you just run a command called system info, right? So these are all the prerequisite will be there. That is fine. So I can see.
One question, Chandosh. The system info, that command is used only on Windows. I have a Mac.
Mac, I think for the Mac, if you wanted to verify, you can use the commands will be. I think, one second. You can verify
For Linux, basically it's DMI code. You may try that one. Maybe it works for Mac as well.
So DMI code you can run. There is one more commands. Yeah. For the Linux, if you want to just verify, you can go for any Linux environment, right? See, if you are already installed a VM, that means by default all the machines should have. You need to enable the BIOS, so you have to reboot your machine and enable virtualization taken off. Just enable that one. Okay, so this is a good command, guys. The git bash. You can directly connect any of the server. If you want to connect any server, just put SSL. You can connect and you can start whatever you want, right? This is one tools you can try and use it. Okay, fair enough. So,
can you, Santosh? Can you just post that git bash
okay.
link? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. So, let me share these two links. So, yes, guys, I have shared in the chat room. Okay, so we have identified, we have verified, we are in good to start our MiniKube installation, right? The first thing you can see here, if you want to install MiniKube in your local machine, that means MiniKube local, just you need to click on this link. So if you are planning to install MiniKube, so the first thing, guys, what? You just need to check. See, the commands also there, guys. If you are using Mac operating system, you run this command. systemctl -this. Use this link for use it for any Mac, guys. If it is available, you can, guys, use it for the commands to find it. So if I'm using Linux machine, if I'm using the Linux machine, guys, I can run this command CPU info command, or I can use the DMI default command to verify whether virtualization is enabled or not. So if I'm using Mac operating system, you follow this command. If you are using Windows machine, run this system info command, you will get this output whether virtualization is enabled or not. Fair enough, guys? It's very simple. Okay, so let us start how to install the MiniKube. Very simple installation, guys. So you just need to be select installing MiniKube. Where you are planning to install? Are you using Linux? Then you follow this process. If you use Mac operating system, then follow this process. Just run this command, follow this documentation, which will help you. Suppose I am using Windows machine, so I'll click on the Windows machine. Maximum guys are using Windows machine. Let us just do the Windows machine. If you are using Mac operating system, if you are not able to install, getting any issues, so I am here to help you guys. Don't worry. So let us see, guys, when you click on Windows.
Santosh, for Linux servers, can I use?
Yeah, you can use. So don't worry. So first, see if you install Windows machine. Let us show you on Windows machine, right? Linux machine is the same process steps you need to follow. Okay. So
No,
if
I'm installing a MiniKube on Linux.
Yeah, you can install. You can install MiniKube on Linux. You have to install or what?
No, I need to install it.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Okay. There are different types of installation will be there, guys. I'll show you. Don't worry. Okay. Just wait. Okay. Let us see, guys. Because I'm using on Windows machine, so I just need to click on Windows tab. I just need to follow. This I have done everything. I have did it. Next will be. So I don't want, because there is a command called, if you just run this command in Choco install MiniKube in your the best prompt, it will install it. But before that, guys, you should install this package should be installed. So this will take a lot of time to installation. We will go for very simple and easy installation type will be get. So the here is a mention: install MiniKube using install executable file. That means there will be just link will be there. Download this link. Just .exe file will be there. Download this link and install it on your executable. This is the exe file, guys. So what I'll do, I just MiniKube installer, click on this MiniKube install. When I click right, so you can see over here, it started downloading this package. It started downloading this package. What is the next? As I told you, this is executable file. That means you can click here, open. You just open that MiniKube file. It's taking time, so let me see over here again. So in folder, so I can see here there are multiple times I have installed the MiniKube, downloaded, right? So you can see here I have downloaded. So I just click over here, MiniKube installer will be there. Just double click, guys. When you double click, it's asking, do you want to install? Yes, I just wanted to install. And please select the language. I just click OK, and click on the next, and just go for I agree. And where you want to install, you can also give a browse where you want to install. I can click on browse over here. I can specify the path. Let me see. Click on here. I will go for wherever you want to install. You can just click on that link. I'll go for user and go for that my home directory. Inside the home directory, I'll try to, if I create a MiniKube folder, you can also create a MiniKube folder, whatever you want to do. I just here click and OK. So give the full path your MiniKube file where you want to choose destination folder and click install. You just try to install the MiniKube. So you can see here the installation is completed. So I can click next and finish. So my installation is done. So after your installation is done, what is the next? So once done your installation, I'll go to my the Git bash tab. The link. So here, if I just wanted to search pwd, so I am into that folder. So if you click on dir, you can see that the folder. So let me go to that folder, MiniKube folder. If I run dir over here, guys, you can see here there are some files are available. minikube.exe files, some uninstall.exe file will be there. That means already the MiniKube is already installed in the laptop. So after install the MiniKube installation, what is asking next step is asking confirmation installation, right? So first you have to inform to MiniKube, you have to select some of the driver, right? So if you go to specifying the VM driver documentation, just click on here. So when you click right, you need to select which kind of virtualization you are using. Are you using VirtualBox? Then you click over here. If you are using VMware, then click the driver. You have to enable the driver. So I just here click driver installation. When I click the driver VirtualBox installation, you can see, guys, the first to make VirtualBox default driver. So first you run this command. Run this command, copy. I'm just going to over here. I'll run test over here. So just hit enter. So when I hit enter, I can see here the driver is enabled. So after enable the driver, so what is the next now? After you enable the default driver, I will start cluster using VirtualBox. So run this command, guys. This command will start your minikube on VirtualBox machine. So it will just try to run this command, hit enter, run it, guys. Only two command, guys. This will take a little time because it will try to download some of the VirtualBox images. It will try to download some of the images file, and it will try to bring up the message. And if you see over here VirtualBox, I'll just go through my VirtualBox. Let me, if I open my VirtualBox, if I click on my VirtualBox, you could have seen here, guys, minikube is started. Is it started? Just a second. You can see, guys, whenever I execute this command, minikube start, automatically it will try to create one minikube machine, but still this machine is not up, right? So it's taking some time. So let me see. It's taking time. Let me complete. So this is nothing but, guys, to install minikube on your Windows machine. So very simple steps. So hardly this will take some. See, you can see over here the version of the minikube will be 1.18, and which is installed Docker version will be this, and it will try to creating a VirtualBox. The VM size will be taking 2 core. The memory will be, this is the memory, this size. So you can see it now, done. minikube is already installed now. So also giving hints for you. To use minikube, you need to install kubectl command. I told you guys to interact with any kind of Kubernetes cluster, whether it is a minikube, whether it is all-in-one installation, whether it is the KubeADM installation, whatever. To interact with Kubernetes cluster, you need to install a package called kubectl package. Guys, clear all of you? So this is the steps I did. So what are the steps I did? Very simple steps I did. Nothing I did. So first I just went to the location of the folder. So the steps one. First you need to download. Let me give you the link where I have downloaded. So this is the link I have used to install. Right. First, I went to my on Windows. I have downloaded the minikube support file. So please download. Sorry. So I have used download this file and download the minikube exe file. So to execute is nothing but just click next finish. That is execute, guys. Okay, this is the first step one. So the next step one will be, so second step what I did, I just confirmation installation. So I need to install minikube. Before you install minikube, we need to enable minikube driver. So how to enable minikube driver? I just click this document, click on this. Right, guys? So I just click on this link. So this is the link I have clicked. So I got this link. You can paste it over here. It's the URL link. So you need to select. You have to identify which virtualization technology you are using. So I'm just using VirtualBox driver installation. So you click on the VirtualBox. If you're installing the VirtualBox, so if you are using any kind of VirtualBox, you have to select based on your system requirement. So after that, guys, I just run this command. Run this command. So how did I execute this command? I just open my git bash link. Git bash link. So first I have identified, I know I have installed minikube on which location. So I just need to be switched to that location. So I just run this command. First I went to the C drive. So this is the drive I just went, guys. Let me copy. Copy. I just went to that location. So I know that inside my home directory I have created folder name called minikube. So you have to go to that location and run this command. If you are not in that location, this command will say command not found, guys. So that is what. So please make sure. I'll just take this snapshot as well. Just copy. See the link. And also I will do, if there is any snapshot installed in my laptop, the snap tool is available. I'll see here the new snapshot. So I'll just prepare the document, guys. I will share it to everybody, so you will not feel. So let me just compress this link, put it for my reference, so that I will send it to you, everyone, after this class. So these are the things, guys. I did it for it's very simple, and you can see here step by steps will be there. How do you switch? First you go to the folder, run the dir command. You can see here minikube.exe file is there. Then run this command first. This command for enable the driver. Then this command for start the minikube server. So once your start minikube installation is start, guys, what is the next now? How to run? How to talk to my minikube cluster. So to talk to minikube cluster, you are getting a message over here. Install kubectl command. So how to install kubectl command? So I don't know how to install. Simply you go to the master website link. This one. Let me open that. You just need to be search here. Install kubectl. Install kubectl. Is asking, do you want to install? So click on setup, install setup kubectl. So if you click here, install and setup kubectl, before you begin, you need to select, do you have the Linux machine? Then run this command. It will try to install kubectl command. Try to download kubectl command. If you are using any Ubuntu machine, or you have to follow this command. If you are using RHEL machine, follow this process. If you are using any kind of server, that's fine. If you are using Mac operating system, then download this command. It will try to install kubectl. So in my case, guys, so after you install this file, you have to follow this process, giving a permission and put this command under this location. So anywhere you can run the command. If you put this command under this location, anywhere you can execute this command. So in my case, I have on Windows machine. Let me go to on Windows kubectl. So for in Windows, you can do, you can directly run this command. Okay, I'll just copy and I go to, I can see over here, I can do Control L, create my screen, pwd, I'll run hit enter. So what exactly it will do, guys? It will just download kubectl package in my current location, hit enter. We just try to download. So now I can see that kubectl command is already installed. So how can run, so if I run it enter dir, I can see here kubectl.exe file is already there. So simply, this is a script file. How can I run? I cannot run here kubectl get node. So if I execute, so okay, because I am in under the same location, I can directly run this command. Right, guys? If you are in some different location, you have to go to that location and run dot. You can also run dot kubectl or get node. What the point? Is it clear, everyone, guys? So this one, switch to the location. Just copy. Over here. Once complete, once done your installation, so to log in to Minikube cluster, please install kubectl command. So how to install kubectl command? So this is the steps will be there. Follow these steps. If you are in, if you are finding some URL, get it for some URL. The URL which I have said is this URL. Follow this URL to install it. Okay. Before I will go through that kubectl command, all things, please ask me question if you have any doubt. Do you have any questions, guys? Everybody clear?
Right. So I this went on a bit rush. I mean, though I have Linux and Mac.
Good, good.
The installation which I have done or performed on Windows, right? So for Mac or Linux, it's quite different.
Yeah, Linux is quite different. So just you need to follow the documentation because I don't have a Linux box to execute. So if you're feeling any difficulty to install Linux, please let me know. So our team will be there to guide you to installation and remotely. So everybody clear, guys, what exactly, how to install Minikube on Windows machine? The maximum guys has it on Windows machine. Those have a Windows machine, please follow the process. Please follow the process for installation. So that whatever steps we are doing, guys, you have to execute on your laptop. So if you just try to install VirtualBox and start installation. I have captured all the documentation for your reference.
Santosh,
Yeah.
if you have a say a virtual box and you have a VMware workstation installed on a Windows machine, and, do I have to actually construct or make a Linux sort of a virtual machine to get this going, or it can be done on Windows itself from the outside?
No, outside. You don't need to do anything outside on it.
Okay. Okay. In the exam, we don't need to do all this, isn't it? Everything will be installed, isn't it?
Yes. In your exam, there will be no questions for Minikube. Okay.
Okay.
So, but if you want to start your career with Kubernetes, you want to practice Kubernetes, so you should know the installation Minikube. So Minikube will because you don't know which steps I need to follow those. So this is the only one installation. Install Minikube on your laptop and just run all the couple of commands, right? Next installation we will see on Linux machine. Next installation we will see the Ubuntu machine. Those we will see.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So hopefully, guys, everybody is clear. So how to install Minikube on Windows machine? If you have any doubt, please feel free to post your questions in our chat box so that I will try to explain you again.
Yeah, Santosh, this is Jafar here. I'm just trying to install Minikube, right? I'm using Windows and VirtualBox. So I downloaded the Git Bash software. And I'm trying to, like switch. I just try to install in Drive E drive. So how to switch? Because I'm not familiar with, like Windows command. Is it the same thing CD?
Yeah, CD only. No, I show you no the commands. Let me share you those commands. Okay, so you can follow the steps. The step by step I have written, and along with I have taken the capture of the snapshot, which will help you.
I'm just trying to switch with CD, but it's not going. That's the problem.
You're not able to switch to CD. Whatever you get, you just see when you log into first base pump, right? You will see the PWD where you have to install. So if you install, just go the drive, right? First, when I hit enter CD, right now I am in under this location. Just run dir, you will see the folder, which folder you want to move. So just CD, I want to go to this folder. You copy and paste it over here. That's it. Fair enough. I can see I am in onto this folder.
I think the Git is not properly installed because when I run pwd, it says command not
You
recognized.
just need to be install it. Okay. You after you install Git bash, you follow that. Forget about Git bash, guys. So why you have to worry about Git bash? I can do everything under command prompt itself, right? Here itself only I can do. I have the command prompt will be there. Yeah. So I can see dir. So here this folder will be the which folder I have on where I have installed executable file. Just go to the folder, right? So I can see this folder. Here you can't run all the commands. So dir you can run. But here you can start run this command. The two commands you can execute from here. So what are those two commands? If you are using on Windows machine, so this one. First you run this command, copy. So
How you're switching because CD E colon it's not. For example, if you wanted to switch from C drive to others, how you're
so
switching?
no, CD colon slash or C is it D or what?
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, do a cd dot dot. Okay,
Uh,
come to C drive and then you can change it to
no, is
other
it?
drives.
Okay. Here, because why I'm not going because I don't have D drive. Okay, I don't have any other folder. That is what it's saying. The system cannot find a specific folder. You can run this
So
command.
you do not have a D drive.
Yeah, yeah. That's fine. So fair enough, guys. Please try to install. Everybody, please try to install on your laptop. Or once complete this training, and because today we're focusing installation part makes everything installation done on your personal laptop. So that we will start. So I can see over here, guys. That is what I told you. You can run all the Linux command in the Git bash. So please install the Git bash so that it will help you guys. After you install Git bash, just search Git. You will see your Git and right click. You can put it a pin to taskbar, right? So that you will see it over here. You can see over here, and you can directly execute all the commands. Okay.
So what you're saying is Git Bash is a complete MiniKube installed system, isn't it?
No. Git bash is a command line utility. You can run all the
Okay.
Git is like a putty. Okay.
Okay.
So Git is self-run. Instead of you can do inside you want you can do that.
Okay.
Santosh, one more thing. So if we install the virtual box, okay, let's say I'm doing it on my Mac.
Okay.
There's no operating system installed on it. Okay.
Good.
Now,
Excellent.
if I
Good
go ahead
question.
and install the MiniKube, it's gonna happen.
If you install C, you don't need to, if you are using Mac operating system, you don't need to go for Windows PC. You just Mac operating system install and you just go for MiniKube like virtual. I have seen in my location kubectl commands is there. So that is what I have run the command directly. Kubectl get node. Sometimes if you feel some uncomfortable when you run kubectl get node command, you will see command not found. Then you need to see, make sure run the dir command, check verify whether this file is available or not. Make sure you should be in on the same location to execute this command.
The
It
reason
should
why I
be
asked
on your
this question is the first option which I'm getting is the install minikube via brew home brew, but it is not installing, like it says the command not found for the brew. And second option which I'm getting is the using curl. So will that, or directly download and install on my Mac, or
Yes. So you just run directly call command because call command is already installed everywhere. So you directly run the command so that you can just download it. So guys, please go through the document if you have any kind of issue. I will tomorrow very first day I will try to clear your doubts. So let me, once our installation part is done, so let me see guys. I'll give you some. The lunch break will be there. In that during the lunch break, you can just try to install on the minikube on your laptop. So I will try to help you today. Make sure you should clear that installation part so that you can do anything you can do it on your personal laptop. Okay, fair enough. Let me moving now right now. So the
Hello, Santosh.
yeah,
Santosh, and one doubt I have.
okay, please go ahead.
See, if I don't want to touch my base machine, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so directly I already have VM, I already have CentOS.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to install it, so I can install directly.
Okay. So your question is you don't want to touch any base machine. So the next
Yes.
installation will be
Hello, Santosh. Sorry to interrupt you. I think your voice is too low. Could you please check your microphone, please?
okay. Is it good now?
Yes, now it's
Okay.
fine.
Yes,
So
good. Thank you.
your question is, guys, you don't want to touch your base machine, and you have a virtual box, and you have created one CentOS machine. From there, you want to install. That installation is nothing but Cube ADM installation, guys. So we will go the next installation Cube ADM. So people will think, hey, I'm not comfortable this minikube. So why not? I will create two VM. I will create a two VM and I will start installation on Cube. That installation will be there. But if you want to install minikube, follow this process. Don't go inside the VM inside you created on there, right? So
Right.
if your base machine is Windows, follow this process. If you are using Mac operating system, follow this process. If you are using base machine is Ubuntu steps are there. If your base machine Linux, follow the Linux steps will be there. So don't worry, follow these steps. It will help you to install minikube on a local machine,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Santosh, you'll send us that notepad document later, isn't it?
Definitely. I will send you. So this is just I'm creating because of you guys only, so that you will not find any issues during your installation. I will share you directly after this
Sure,
class. Okay.
sure. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, right now I am completely new to Kubernetes, and I have followed the Kubernetes documentation, and I have installed Kubernetes. What is the next now? So first command I have execute call kubectl get node. This command will tell you that how many node part of your cluster. I told you guys, minikube is all in one installation. That means you will get only one node. That node name also minikube. Okay, so if you just execute get node, and there are a lot of commands are there. We will slowly try to understand one by one. So first, when I execute Kubernetes kubectl get node command, and if I run kubectl cluster info, So when I execute kubectl cluster info, this command will give you that what is my URL, what is my cluster URL. So my cluster URL will be this is my URL, okay, and also it will tell you guys on currently you are in on which project namespace, right? You are in this particular namespace. So, and also if somebody asks you a question, hey, can you tell me you have installed minikube, what is the version of minikube, what is the Kubernetes minikube? You can see over here guys 1.18 the version. So this is a very useful command. Day to day you guys are going to use these many commands. So I just run one more command called kubectl and get ns. So when I execute this get ns, ns stand for namespace. That means it will list you the all this project. So it will list you the all the project guys. So you can see here get ns namespace. So you can see here default is a namespace. Kube node is one namespace. Kube public also one name. These are the default namespace which is used by your Kubernetes. And you can see over here the status is currently active 25 minutes. That means I have installed this Kubernetes cluster before 25 minutes. So get ns will be there. So you can see get ns. You can also run namespace as well. So you can say kubectl get namespace. You can find there all this namespace guys. That means you can practice all exam questions in minikube server itself guys. Start this command, practice, stop it. Suppose if you feel I don't want to use, let me stop, then I can just run here minikube. I can run minikube stop. So when you run minikube stop, you can see the VM when I execute hit enter, right? You will see here stop. It will power off. Again you can start. So let me stop. So it will take some time to stop. Again, if you want to start, you can run start. Or if you want to delete, you want to practice again minikube. I have installed this thing. Let me practice once again. Then what you'll do? Just run delete. So when you run minikube delete, guys, the VM will delete. This is exactly the VM will delete. Again, if you want to start the command which I gave, right? This command you can directly run this command. Again, it will start the VM. So everybody comfortable guys, what I'm trying to explain you. So it's very simple and it's very easy to understand. Now, the next thing somebody asks question, hey, what is namespace? Don't worry guys. There is a special chapter will be there. I will explain you what is namespace. But right now you just learn how to list namespace, how to list node, right? So the three commands I have execute, kubelet cluster info, kubelet namespace, those things I have executed, right? So now, if I just try to run guys kubectl get node, right? And if I just do kubectl describe, if I give node and node name call minikube, so it will give you the information about your node guys. So it will tell you that, hey, what is this node? So it will say, hey, this node treat as a master, this node treat as a worker node as well. So you can see the information about a worker node. If anybody asks a question, how to check the more details about the worker node, the command will be kubectl describe node name, because I did not give any node name. Suppose if I hit enter this command, it will give all the node. I want to check only single node, so I run host name. So I can see the host name details, the minikube. Is it clear guys, all of you? So you can see over here the all details about when this node, what is the memory pressure, and this node you have installed on Saturday 27 on this particular time. Every details will be available on this worker node. So same thing. If I just run kubectl get nf namespace, sorry. If I just try to guys describe NS and one namespace, let me go through the default. So you can see some information about a namespace as well. Clear? Suppose somebody say, so is it possible, can I access minikube through graphical mode? Yes, you can also access to minikube through graphical mode. Let me see any post chatting. CD mini. Okay, that's fine, guys. I will give you Rajesh. I will give you your answer. So let me complete. So I think you're getting CD colon. Why do you using CD colon? You just use CD space folder name, not a directory. Getting these messages. Just need to go to CD space minikube. Siva, can you please help to Rajesh to get into the minikube folder? Okay. Thank you, Siva. Okay, guys, so it's very simple, fair enough right now. So whatever commands I am executing, guys, please practice those commands and please understand this command. If I execute, what output I will get, what is the use of those commands. So please remember, slowly guys, you will learn 100 command in one class. So make sure before I start the advanced Kubernetes, I'm just discussing the basic command only. So please remember those commands. If you practice, you will remember. If you think, okay, these are the very simple. If you simple means if you not practice, lazy, then tomorrow class again it will be you will learn another 100 command. So I am requesting all of you after this class, spend 1 hour to install minikube on your machine and try to execute whatever command I have run it. Please run and understand. Ask tomorrow. So I have run execute this command, but I don't know what output I got. Ask me a question, clear your doubt, guys. Thank you. So in the minikube, there are some add-on will be there. So if I just run minikube,
Santosh, just one thing. So maybe little. I need to go a little back there. I installed and everything looks okay. Okay, I started minikube start.
Okay, excellent.
I'm not able to find the kubectl command.
Okay. So to not able to find kubectl means, can you run the dir command? Have you installed kubectl command? Are you able to see this file on your present working directory?
No, it's not on the present working directory.
Okay, so do one thing. What you need to do, guys, simply I told you, right? On which machine are you using Windows?
No, I'm using Mac.
Okay, if you're Mac, right? So just simply run this command. You run this command on a present working directory. It will download that file in your location. Okay, just run this command, copy, paste. This will download wherever you are right now.
Okay, could you ping it on the chat window?
Okay. Okay, let me share it to everyone. Clear? So after you download, if you think I don't want to do anything, so you just run // kubectl. Okay, so you run get node. It should work. Or after you Mac operating system, if you are using, after you downloading this file, you should give follow this process, guys. Give execute permission and copy this file under this location, and you run it from everywhere. So Rajesh, please follow this process. This is the link I just post you again. Follow this process to install kubectl on your Mac operating system. Okay, fair enough. So is it good time to guys continue?
If we get a break, how long will this be?
Break you're asking?
Yes.
Hey, I just started the class again 11:45 started, just complete one. Okay, break will be lunch break. There will be 1 hour lunch break will be there. So if you feel you can bake half an hour, I can also bake half an hour. So this is up to you. How much time do you need?
I think half an hour should be okay.
Yeah. So if everybody is okay, guys, we can bake from half an hour. So lunch break. What time you want to go? Are you guys are hungry? You want to go now after 10 minutes?
Yes, after 10 minutes will do. Yeah.
That's fine. So we will start. 1 o'clock will be lunch break will be there, and 1:30 the exactly 1:30 to 1:35 we will start again. And the half an hour, guys, finish your lunch break quickly and start the installation minikube on your machine. I know initially you will feel a little uncomfortable. I am here to help you guys anytime. You can ask me questions, so don't worry about that. Okay, so what I'm trying to discuss over here, the minikube, there are some lot of advantages will be there, guys. So if you just do minikube -- help, so if you hit enter, you will see here there are a lot of commands are available. Minikube commands are available, and there is a command called minikube. See, you can see add-ons here. So that means the add-ons will help you directly enable minikube. There's a lot of features you can enable. So I just wanted to list minikube add-ons and -- list. Okay, minikube add-on enter. When I run minikube enter, I don't know what is the command next. So they're giving option called list. So when you hit enter, guys, you will see there are a lot of add-ons commands are there, right? So if you want to enable dashboard, you want to access dashboard, graphical user interface. So what you need to do? You just run a command called minikube add-on, copy, space, you run a enable, and I want to enable dashboard. So copy, paste, hit enter. This will be enable, guys, and dashboard is enable. But how to access? So to access, I'll just run add-on now -- URL, or I can just type URL, right? So he's asking, is there any minikube add-on? So that is fine. So what I'll do, minikube, let me run dashboard. Okay, -- URL. So when you run minikube dashboard URL, you will get one URL, guys. So what you need to do, just copy this URL, right click, copy, just open a browser and just paste over here and hit enter. So when you hit enter, so you can see here, guys, Kubernetes GUI tools, graphical user interface tools. Whatever commands I have executed, I have run how many commands I run? I have run kubectl get namespace, get node. So if I just click, guys, here namespace, I can see these are the namespace. If I click on namespace, I can see inside the namespace how many ports are running. So these many applications are running, right? So if you just click namespace, cube your namespace, click here and click the port. So nothing is running inside that. So same thing, you gotta switch over here, namespace, click on port, so you can see these many port application port is running. So here you can see there, guys, I have enabled the dashboard. So you can see here the dashboard is enabled, code DNS, etcd will be there, API will be there, controller also will be there, queue proxy also running, scheduler also running, right? I told you there are master has a 4 component. The queue scheduler will be there, queue proxy, the client machine required, and controller also there, API server will be there, etcd will be also there. Hopefully everybody clear. So if
Santosh, can you kindly just show, sorry, I just missed that part where you said URL and that how did you get that IP for that URL? Where did you get it? Okay.
So first, to enable GUI tools in the MiniKube, so first what I did, guys, I just first command I execute call MiniKube add-on list. This is the command. After execute this command, I want to enable these features, dashboard. Then I just run MiniKube add-on enable dashboard. After enable the dashboard, I just want to find out the dashboard URL. So I have run some couple of command, I got fail. So now finally I have got the commands over here. The commands what you need to run MiniKube dashboard URL. You'll get one IP address. Just copy this and paste it in your terminal.
Thank you. Thanks.
No problem. So I will share you all these commands. No worry, guys. So if I can copy. Is there any way to copy this whole output? Yeah. So,
There's nothing called history, is it?
Yeah, I just copy. The whole output will be there. I just copy and I'll store it. I'll give it to Shiva, hand over those files. So Shiva will, guys, to share you all the details to you. That's fine. Okay. So everybody clear? Can you start working with in your cluster with MiniKube installation, guys? Which is very easy, and you can start it. So if you want to just close this graphical, just need to Control C. Then cancel it, so that you cancel, and once you cancel, you can see here this also it's gone, right? So you can access this, but don't worry, we can enable the dashboard in the different CKA-ADM installation will be there. The next installation, high level installation will be there. But before going to the high level installation, so make sure you should learn all the basics. Okay.
Hello Santosh. I just question here, like as you are going through this MiniKube on exam, do we need to install MiniKube as a part of some questions, or is it something different?
I have already give this answer. There will be no question for MiniKube installation. There will be questions will come. The next which I'm going to show you after the lunch break, that questions will come in your exam. Okay,
thanks.
The questions will be in your exam. They will give you 2 virtual machine, that is called Ubuntu machine. Okay, then they will ask you to set up a Kubernetes cluster using CKA-ADM. So you have to follow those process. So I will next class, guys, I will share you all the things. So today after our theory part, I just start very basic MiniKube installation in my personal laptop. Do you have any questions, guys? There are too many things, too many commands are there to discuss, but slowly till you understand, learn some basic thing, slowly you will get too many commands. So don't worry about that. So this is the time to get a lunch break, as you are suggested for 1 o'clock will be lunch time. So right now, guys, we'll have the lunch break will be there. So we will back again 1:30. So 1:30 again we will try to resume our class. Is that fine? All of you agree? So before going for lunch, you keep all the questions handy with you. Ask me questions after your lunch break if you have any issues, guys. Fine?
One thing, like before we break for lunch, can Shiva can send that email, the documents for whatever you shared with him, so that we can practice.
So Shiva, okay, I will ask Shiva to share those documents. Okay, and also whatever commands I have executed, I will take 5 minutes to make a proper note. So I'll say those things to you.
And one quick question. I have installed a Minikube and a kubectl on Mac. And how do I get into this Minikube prompt?
Oh, great, excellent. So see, MiniKube prompt if you want to use, right? So you just use MiniKube SSL. So first you run kubectl get node. So kubectl is not working for me. Why it's not working? So let me see dir. So I'll run kubectl. So the ID mistake. Just run, guys. You cannot do SSH using kubectl. So how to SSH to the box? MiniKube prompt you want to do? Just run MiniKube SSH and MiniKube. MiniKube command not found. Just run SSH, hit enter. Yes. You getting the prompt? What open, guys? So if you want to get inside the VM, so just run a command called minikube SSH. So it will just directly prompt you minikube. So the image will show you guys minikube. You can see over here.
So in minikube prompt, minikube bash, we don't have kubectl command, right?
No, that you don't put. Okay, inside minikube, right? That again you have to install that minikube inside, but that is not required. Okay.
Okay, so minikube is an operating system. Am I right?
Yes, yeah. This is a VM. This is the VM. If you see here which operating system we are using, so you can see Red Hat Village.
So that's Linux. So we.
You can, sorry, that release not there. So you can run your name -a. Commands you can't execute. Let me run this.
So my question is, after installation of minikube, once we are able to, get the minikube up, start the minikube, we have to get inside the minikube shell and execute all those.
Yeah, no. You no need to get inside your minikube VM shell. You be there, run the directly kubectl command, because from outside you can directly connect. Why do you need to SSH minikube? If you feel some kind of troubleshoot you wanted to do, right? So suppose I just went to minikube SSH and I run a command, I can see that this is a Linux machine, Linux box.
Yeah, that's fine. So even though we have, it's a Linux and we have that shell prompt for minikube, you can directly go inside minikube and
you can because inside the inside kubectl command will not work.
Yeah. The thing is, this VM interaction is for the first time for me. So it's
is it? Oh, okay.
From outside, through SSH I can do, but there are few confusion which are there. Anyways, I'll probably go through it first.
Okay, so don't worry, guys. You just start it from crash, practice, delete, do R&D, run the commands, and ping me if you have any issues. So, and after we will continue again 140 or